Good evening, everyone. Bob and Sui is back with another reaction. Today, I'm gonna watch a video of Floor Jansen doing a cover of Let It Go from Frozen. I was looking after a special video for it, and when I searched for it, it came up with Frozen Let It Go Nightwish, and I was like, wait, no way. So I looked it up, and yeah. Yes, Floor Jansen had made a cover of that song. So I'm thinking we're gonna check it out today, actually. I just was thinking right away, I need to do a reaction to this, so I'm thinking let's just jump right into it.
To be seen, a kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen. The wind is howling like this swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I've tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you've always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care.
There we go! Fucking goosebumps, man.
Flurries through the air into the ground. My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. And one thought crystallizes like an icy blast. I'm never going back. The past is in the past. Let it go. Let it go, and I'll rise like the break of dawn. Let it go, let it go. The perfect girl is gone. Here I stand in the light of day. Let the storm rage on. Hope never bothered me anyway.
Man, her voice makes me so happy. Damn! I can listen to her all day long. Okay. Alright, next video with Nightwish gonna be with Floor Jansen from Nightwish and Hannes Vandal from Sabaton. and it's an interview with them. So this is gonna be really, really interesting. A lot of you mentioned in the first video, like, can you see the connection between Nightwish and Sabaton? Did you know that Floor Jansen is married to Hannes Van Dahl from Sabaton? Did you know Floor is Hannes' wife? Did you know that Hannes met Floor on a Nightwish concert when Sabaton were supporting them? And the answer is no to them, until you told me. And I love the facts you are giving me. It's really, really fascinating. It's really, really, really fun facts for me. So yeah. Well, let's check this interview out. All right.
When I do a Google search on you guys, the first suggested search that pops up for you, Floor, is Floor Jansen height.
Height, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And for Johannes is Hannes Van Dahl lives. They want to know where you live.
Okay. Or if I'm alive.
Yeah, perhaps.
Maybe.
Yeah. And the second choice there is also Hannes Van Dahl height. Why do you think people are so obsessed with how tall you are?
Well, you get that question a lot,
Yeah,
especially in the States.
yeah. Well, no, everywhere, but I guess because I'm tall. I'm taller than most women, and I'm taller depending on where I am in the world than most men. So that became something, and it's height. I think it's difficult to see when I'm on stage how tall I am. But if you put me, for example, next to our guitar player.
Wait. Now when I'm sitting here watching her talking right now, she reminds me of someone, and it's just give me a second. Okay, never mind. All right, let's just pop it up. Well, I looked it up, and it wasn't the same person. They was just looking alike. So yeah. Oh well. Let's keep this going.
Our guitar player, then the difference just makes it even more fascinating. And more than that, I don't really understand why it really matters, because it's not like I can do much about it anyway.
How did you guys meet?
We actually met during a tour. So I was with Refem, my previous band, and you were with Sabaton, and we were going to go on tour in the States with Iced Earth.
Yeah, both supporting Iced Earth.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And there we were in Michigan.
Grand Rapids,
Michigan.
first show.
Yeah, very romantic place to meet.
Our guitar player was a huge Nightwish fan, and I didn't know that you were in Nightwish. I never listened to it before, so I didn't know much about it. But he came to me during the morning of the first show and he said, "Do you know that the Nightwish singer is on the tour?" And I don't even know who that is. No idea.
After the show, after everything was done in the evening, we sat down with a glass of whiskey because we found out we both liked that.
And then you asked if I wanted to share a cigar. And to me, it's like, here comes this opera singer who likes Pantera and smokes cigars and drink whiskey. Like, what the fuck is going on? I need to marry this woman.
Oh, that's adorable. What a love story. Oh, I need to marry her. Oh.
I did.
Do you guys come from homes with a lot of music?
Not a lot of music, but there always was music. Yeah, mostly my dad was interested in different kinds of things, and we had classical music on Sunday, for example, and
in what way? Listening to it?
Listening to classical music, but nobody was really playing much. And I played the flute, but that was something, yeah. But then when I became 14, 15, I started to get interested in rock. Grunge first, rock, and then metal. I found my dad's old acoustic guitar and wanted to learn how to play it. So he taught me the first chords, and from there I started writing my first songs. Really crappy ones, of course, but still, you need to start somewhere. And my dad, while teaching, got more interested again in playing. And not long after, he bought himself his first electrical guitar, since he became a dad, I guess. work and small children just take over the rock and roll part. And then he, kind of refound himself there and started to buy more music. He got more interested in blues again and go to see more concerts. And so it kind of, it was more like that for me.
Yeah, I guess so. My mom listened to a lot of music, so we had she had the whole Beatles collection, all the albums. So that's what I started with, basically, just going through mom's old, and my grandmother's vinyls, of course, but a lot of big band, Duke Ellington and that kind of stuff.
And then you had your cousins introducing you to.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, my older cousin, but then came Priest and Metallica. But that was never a choice. He said, this is what you should listen to. Just never mind the rest. And we were like, okay.
I remember when I started listening to metal, rock and all that shit. I think in a very young age, I was like 8 or something maybe. And my aunt, she loved listening. She was a huge fan of punk, metal, rock, you name it. So when she was babysitting me, she always used to listen to it, and I loved it. So I just gotta thank my aunt for like bringing that kind of music into my life. I regret nothing because it's been a huge part of my life listening to it. So, but this is really interesting listening to them where they came from with the music and all that.
Were those bands your first favorite bands, or?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Well, the whole thing for me started when we were camping in my cousin's backyard. With my younger cousin, and there was really bad weather, so it was thunder and lightning. And then my older cousin came with the boombox, and there was the Ride the Lightning album in it. And he said, you need to listen to this. We didn't know what it was at all. And we put it on, and at that time it was really scary, because you don't really understand how to make these sounds, what it is. So I got super intrigued by it. So I need to know how to make this sound. So that's how it started. And he had a drum kit, which we sneaked down the basement when he was gone, which was a Yamaha kit, which is funny too. But
you remember your first favorite bands?
Yeah, but for me it wasn't metal. So I got intrigued by grunge. Because there was so much dance music in the Netherlands, and at that time it was important whether you were an alternative person or not. Most people were not, so that made you very alternative if you look like a rocker. So that was very important at that time. It was almost more important than the choice of music. But since I never really fitted in, and I could not believe how unimportant all of that was, I soon became the alternative side, and got interested in listening to Nirvana, and there was a lot of Janis Joplin too, which is not really, it's a bit atypical, but I just kind of listened to everybody, what other people listen to. I can't really say it was a favorite, because there was so much more around it than just the music that I found it very confusing. But I do remember first time somebody played me Slayer, and I did not understand it at all. That it took me so much more years to understand. You wanted to know how it was done, and I was like, how do you listen to this? Because I didn't know how to listen to it. It didn't take me at all. But then later, Pantera came, and that was for me like, with that kind of groove and still some form of melody, that took me most. That a Machine had. Were my first metal bands into the metal scene, and that made me much later understand what Slayer's actually doing. So that was my path there. But yeah, absolutely, Pantera and Machine Head. Yeah.
So that wasn't oh good God. Yeah, I became deaf now as well. Didn't see that coming. Well, that was really interesting to watch and listen to. And I love their love story, how they met. That's really adorable. Aww. And I just had to marry her, so I did. That's really cute. Anyway, well, Her cover was amazing, and this interview was really fascinating to listen and watch. I got recommended a video of Hannes Van Dahl doing a drum solo, so I'm gonna do a reaction to that as well. Not in this video, but maybe in the next or next one. We will see. I have a few reactions to do, so I really, like I said in the last video, I really enjoying doing this video, so it definitely will happen. And as always, thanks for watching, thanks for the support. Don't forget to press subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell to get a notification when the next video is up. Leave a like, a comment, or whatever you want. I appreciate every way of support that I can get. And I will see you in the next video. Take care of yourself. Fuck! So anyway, take care, and like I said, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.